For the first time in a while, the Fed is expected to lower interest rates later this week. Real estate expert Rick Sadle with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealEstate.com is with us. Rick, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Well, we say when the Fed speaks, we listen. So, what do hints of upcoming mortgage rates, I should say interest rates? So, what do hints of upcoming interest rates do to the housing industry, and does it create some excitement?
Well, as we all know, and like you just said, the Fed has been talking about lowering the overnight lending rate in the next week. We don't know by how much. Everyone suspects a quarter point. Now, even though mortgage rates aren't directly connected to the federal funds rate, they do tend to correspond. As a matter of fact, just the expectations of lowering the Fed funds rate has already lowered mortgage rates. So they already have most of that quarter point we're expecting baked in. Rates are down below 6.5%. You can even get rates in the high fives with a small buy down. So it's definitely created some excitement, and buyers and sellers are jumping back into the market.
Okay, so can you describe how when the economy cools and the Fed reacts, the housing market tends to heat up?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad when you think about it. When the US economy slows, that's good for our housing market. And that's because the Fed has one blunt tool to help control the economy. That's the cost of money. When inflation gets out of control like it has, the Fed raises the cost of money in order to slow spending, thus lower inflation. Now, when the US economy softens, they do the opposite, right? They lower the cost of money, which by lowering the overnight lending rate, that in turn lowers mortgage rates, which increases affordability, increases market activity. In essence, the US housing market has been in a single industry recession for the last 18 months, and we're about to come out of it as the US economy softens.
Okay, and they're talking about that soft landing. The Fed is. If a home buyer jumps on a house with a lower interest rate in mind, Rick, and those interest rates go down, can they still take advantage?
Well, I mean, yeah, the good news is they've already gone down quite a bit. But if, or I guess I should say, when they go down more, the buyer can, or home seller at that point, or home owner can refinance, right? Especially since as interest rates go down, prices are going to go up. That way, the buyer can take advantage of today's rates and also get the advantage of gaining equity in the house that they purchased. So it's kind of a win-win.
Okay, so yes, in this case, if you're in a market where rates are sliding down, you can lock in your rate, and if they're a little bit lower before closing, you can still get that number.
If it's before closing, you can sometimes still get that number. There are some strategies to affect that. Most people lock in their rate, and if they want to change that, there is a cost to that, but you can still do that, yes.
Understood. Good info, Rick. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Rick Sadle, real estate expert with Keller Williams Realty and Sadle Real Estate.